Hi everyone, how are you? This is Natalie Foxhill on behalf of FacePaintingTips.com. I'm here today with the very handsome Thomas. We're going to be painting a monster face for you today. Say hello. Hi. Before we get started, I wanted to mention this amazing workshop that Philadelphia Taboli and I are going to be hosting in Austin, Texas. It's going to be March 15th and 16th, 2011. And for more information, please visit FacePaintingTips.com. It's going to be a tremendous workshop, very hands-on, and so we highly recommend you all being there. So we look forward to seeing you. Again, please visit FacePaintingTips.com for more information on the workshop. Now, the design I'm doing today is a monster, and all of the materials I'm using today can be purchased on FacePaintingTips.com. The brand paint I'm using is Diamond FX. And for my monster, I'm going to start with my metallic green, and I'm using an 8-inch round. So with my moistened brush, what I'm going to do is start with the outline right in the center in between his eyebrows, and I'm going to make a little bump and a curve. That's going to be where the horn is. This little U here, this eventually, that's where the horn is going to be, so that's why that's there. I'm going to make another series of curves, and those will be where the horns are. Now I am going to outline 2 more horns. They will eventually be Diamond FX Golden Yellow. I don't want to paint them green, so that's why I outline them. I'm going to repeat the same steps on this side. So both sides of Thomas's face are symmetrical. And I'm trying to do this without blocking so you have a good view. Okay. Once that's done, I'm going to take a little more paint, and I'm not going to fill it in all the way. Yeah, buddy. I'm not going to fill it in all the way because there's going to be a beautiful gradation between the metallic green and a metallic gold. I'm just going to fill it in halfway, like so. Okay. Just keep looking at the camera, buddy, okay? Okay, and now just so you can see better, I'm going to come on this side and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm only going to paint half of his face because the other half is going to be gradated into a really pretty gold, and that's what really makes this design pop. So what's most important is that the design ends up being symmetrical because you want it to look the same on both sides. Okay, look at the camera, bud. So right now it looks like it's all over the place, but once we get the gold in there, it's going to be so pretty. I'm going to take a bigger brush. So what I'm going to do is lay in the gold pretty thick right in the center where there's no green. And this is the key. First, I'm basically going to fill in the blanks with my gold. Like so. Now, what I am going to do is blot my brush to get most of the gold off. I'm going to take my brush and I'm going to blend the gold and the green together back and forth like so to get that beautiful gradation. That's what makes it look so realistic. Now I picked up a lot of green on my brush, so I'm going to wipe most of it off, and I'm going to continue to gradate my colors together. So you can't tell where one begins and one ends. That's the trick. I know the nose is the ticklish part. You're doing great, Thomas. All right, awesome. I'm going to go around the other side just so you can see. And again, I'm going to pull that gold into the green. Keep your head up, buddy. Good job, Thomas. You are doing super good, buddy. Awesome. So now we have that really nice fade between the two. Okay. Next, what I'm going to do, the color I'm going to use for the horns is the yellow. This is the golden yellow. So I'm going to wet my brush, get the green off there, get it nice and wet with the yellow. So I'm going to start here where I want the point of my horn, and I'm going to stroke down, and I'm going to repeat that on the opposite side and give a nice curve at the end. So there's my horn. Now everywhere there's a blunt end, I'm going to make that a horn. I'm going to repeat that here. And if you remember, if you see the two spaces that I intentionally left, I'm going to make those horns as well. So now it's my time to fill those in to give them the horns. So again, I'm going to come around on this side. Keep looking at the camera, buddy. Good job. I'm going to curve down for the horn. And let's see. I'm going to curve down here. Again, trying to be as symmetrical as possible. Now, this is a little bit of a detailed face. If you have a very long line for your face painting, there's always corners you could cut. I'm going to do a lot of detail. Once I am done, you can always leave out the little odds and ends to make the design go faster. But this is a really fun one, so I'm going to get a little crazy with all the detail. All monsters have warts. I love warts. We're going to do a couple warts on each side. And we're going to let's do 2 over here. Awesome. All right. So now we laid out all of our color. Oh, forgot a horn. We laid out all of our color, so now I'm going to go in with my black, my Diamond FX black, to outline it. And for that, I'm going to use a number 4 round, and I'm going to use black. And of course, black always makes it pop, makes every design pop. So this is where it really comes together. I'm going to start in the center again, and I'm going to make 2 upside down C's, I like to call them. I'm going to go the opposite way for my horns. Like so. Now I'm going to outline the horns of my monster. Try to stay still, buddy. Put a little line in there to highlight. Keep looking at the camera, bud, okay? Thank you. I'm going to continue to outline. Let me get this a little more wet, but not too actually, don't want it to run. While I'm here, I'm going to put half circles around those super cool warts that I did earlier. Alrighty. I'm also going to outline the 2 horns up here, as well as accent around Monster Thomas's nose. Now right above his nostrils, I'm going to put 2 little monster nostrils to really make it pop, which makes it look super cool. Now I'm going to put some accents right on his nose, a series of lines, fading from big to small. And I'm going to jump on the other side and repeat what I just did. Again, with my upside down C. Let's see if I could do this. I'm left-handed. Here we go with my upside down C. I'm going to come around. Again, I'm going to outline my horns. And as I do this, I'd like to mention the workshop again. If you go to facepaintingtips.com and you visit the blog, or even on the homepage. There's plenty of information on the workshop on there. If there's any designs in particular that you would like to do, if you're planning on attending, if there's anything you really want to see or learn, we would love to hear your feedback. Please contact myself or Philadelphia. Both of our contact information is on there, so you can get a hold of us, because we want you to get the most out of the workshop. So we do look forward to hearing from you. All right, let's do one little line here. Put your head up, buddy. Take a look at me. Okay, I kind of ran out of water there. Let's do one more little touch up, and we're going to outline with white. And we'll wrap up your super cool monster. Take a look at me really quick, buddy. Thank you. All right, now I'm going to take the white, which is just a standard Diamond Effects white. It also comes in the palette that I mentioned earlier, and white is perfect for highlighting. It really, I mean, the black makes it pops, but the white highlights just really make it amazing. Please look at the camera, thank you. So I'm going to take my white, I'm going to highlight the horns, I'm going to highlight my warts, I'm going to highlight the sides of the face, and it just really transforms the whole design. And it's also nice because if you're just starting out and you don't have that steady of a hand, when you make your outline, and if you notice it's shaky, go back in there with your white and smooth out your line. So that's a great tip for the beginners that have the shaky lines. Or sometimes if I'm painting, if I'm doing an event and I'm painting for 8 hours and my hand gets shaky over time, that's a nice little trick that I use. There we go, and I'm just going to randomly highlight in white. Almost done. We're going to do a couple little highlights in the warts. Let's do here. Alright, take a look at me, Thomas. Let's do a couple little dots right here on the side because I love dots. I think they look great. And it looks like you're good to go, buddy. So, sit down. So again, this is Natalie Foxall on behalf of FacePaintingTips.com. Again, we're really excited about the workshop coming up March 15th and 16th in Austin, Texas. So we encourage you to go to the website for more information. Again, all the products that I used on Thomas today can be found on FacePaintingTips.com. And again, this is Natalie Foxall. Thanks so much for watching. Take care.